put the place up. Throw my face up.
Yo, what is up, everyone? This is Bernard, your marketing soldier, aka Rock Crypto, back with another video. Today is September 6th of 2023. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. I hope everybody is having a great start to their week after the long weekend. Interesting things I saw yesterday. And I guess I think this is going to be my time to say I'm going to move on from Drip. After what I saw yesterday in the community, conversations between Forex Shark and members of the community, it's very clear that any type of utility coming directly from Forex Shark is not going to happen. Any utility that is going to be brought to Drip is going to be strictly coming from the community, and in a way, it's not a bad thing. It's just the only issue there is you don't know if everyone in the community has everyone's best interest at heart. So there might be something that is brought to the community to benefit Drip, but as far as it being rugged or something mischievous happening with whatever platform is brought to support Drip, we don't know if that's going to happen or not. Now, yesterday, there was a lot of talk in the Crypto Winner Circle, which is the group that Stunner Breezy created a while ago. I'm guessing after the success of Drip really started taking off, or maybe he had it before. I'm not really sure, but there were conversations in there. Apparently, a dev popped into the Crypto Winner Circle and started saying something about Forex Shark not paying him as a dev for this reason or the other. And then Forex Shark popped in there and basically pleaded his case, saying that there are devs that were paid up to this point, but there were devs that decided that they wanted to go on vacation before the implementation of Animal Farm version 3 was implemented, and they basically wanted Forex Shark to wait until they returned. And Forex Shark said, you know what, I'm not going to hold off Animal Farm version 3 because you guys want to decide to go on vacation. So then at that point, you had people coming into the community and people responding, talking about Drip this, Drip that. Forex Shark is another BT, this, that, and the third. And I know Forex Shark was seeing the messages and he was just kind of ignoring them. And then it came to a point where he just kind of got fed up, I think, and he just lost his shit. Excuse my language. And I know that people that no longer support Drip are going to say that Forex Shark was wrong, and I agree, he was wrong for some of the things that he said. For the foul language that he used, I'm not going to repeat what he said, but it was pretty derogatory. And we're all men, we're all grown men, we're all grown women here. In this ecosystem, right? There's no children here. And with that being said, as adults, we should all carry ourselves in a certain way and give respect to anyone that's in this ecosystem, especially to someone like, developers like Forex. Now, before you guys start jumping in my ass saying that I'm on the Forex bandwagon, I'm not. Okay, I'm talking about just respect in general. Okay, and and the aspects of respect, um, you know, the man does deserve a certain level of respect because he has brought some strong things to this ecosystem. Now, with Drip, there were some mistakes that were made. You know, as we continue to grow in the space, and as developers continue to grow in the space, they're going to realize mistakes that were made. For instance, right? If we go over to let's see, if we go over to post drip, we know that there have been things that have been implemented with post drip that will not allow the same things to happen here that happened in drip, such as the 5,000 wallet count, right? Because we can only ever create 5,000 wallets. The fact that the total supply is only at 5 million, that there's no minting of tokens, things of that nature, right? A garden that supports the price of P drip. Things here have been implemented that were not implemented over here in drip. And again, that's not to say that Forex Shark messed up by not implementing those things, but at the time, that wasn't a that wasn't an issue, because what Forex Shark brought to DeFi was a first of its kind. Okay, so how do you know how something is going to perform if it's never been done before, right? So that's how you have, you know, P drip that is, excelling the way it is, because it's implementing the things that drip didn't implement. Okay. Now the people that came in here early made a significant amount of money. Okay. You got your Stun Breezes, you got your Crypto Kings, you got Driptopian, you got, a group of other individuals who have made significant money from drip. And that's, big kudos to them. They got in where they fit in. Okay. They got in at the right time, right? That's no fault to them, that they were able to get in when they got in. We got in late. Okay. And it is what it is. Um, you know, Unfortunately, there were just wallets up the butt that were created, 150,000 plus wallets, I think, that were created, which diluted the price of drip. Okay. I'm sorry, but there is, at this point, in my opinion, there is no utility that could be created for drip that's going to repair this price. It's not, because there's just way too many wallets out there. There's way too many wallets, because as soon as the price starts to show any kind of improvement, people are going to start selling off, and we're going to end up right back here. So honestly, if there is any kind of utility being built for drip, and you do see it and you decide that you want to join it, I would say just, you know, you know, what do you call it? Just your expectations. You do pay attention to, pay attention to your expectations, I guess you could say. All right, because unless something dramatic happens to where wallets can be burned, like as a whole, not just, some drip here, some drip there, some drip going into the reservoir, things like that, this price is going to stay exactly where it is. It might go up a little bit, but it's going to come right back down. Okay. And, this, the the drip ecosystem isn't broken. It's just that, you know, the price is trash. I mean, let's just be honest. The price is trash. So, the only thing that could really happen, in my opinion, would be Forex Shark removes the limit on the wallet size, okay, and people continue to compound. I mean, that's the only thing that I can see. At least, I could be wrong by saying that, but that's the only thing that I can see where people can even try to make some money from it, and just compound until they can't compound anymore. But again, like I said, you know, it's not going to do anything for the price. The price is going to stay the same. I'm barely making, like, I want to say maybe $3 a day right now with a max wallet. It's just, it's crazy. But I mean, it is what it is. Okay. Now, to go back to Forex Shark and some of the things he said in the community, he's basically said he is not doing anything else for Drip. He's not bringing his own utility. Now, he said he will continue to support anyone that decides to come to Drip and bring utility to Drip. He says he'll support them 110%. But he himself, he's not bringing any utility to it. So, it's just not going to happen. So this is the screenshot. He basically saying that ever since DDD came to the platform, he said fudding has been horrible, and I agree, it has been. When DDD first launched, or when DDD was in its infancy, and you had people on the test net. People were so excited in the test net because they were seeing the price of Drip increase based on the plays that were happening in DDD. But the problem was is that nobody was really understanding that no one was understanding how strong the sell pressure was going to be in Drip, because people were waiting for this to launch, and their expectations were not met to their standard. So when DDD launched, the price did not go up right away. So people just said, you know what, the hell with it, and they just started selling off. Huge wallets, that were hundreds of thousands of Drip deep, just decided to sell off and take a L, basically. So he said FUD was worse, was bad. He said someone else can build for Drip. He says I will not spend another single second on it. Continue to focus on it just causes more issues. He says, yeah, I don't really care. It would have been the right move regardless. Can't take it back, but I won't make that mistake again. And I'm guessing he's talking about the fact that now this isn't a knock on Ray. I think what happened was he trusted what Ray brought to him. Okay, he went with it. He helped build it. He reconstructed it, and it just didn't work. It just didn't work, you know. And I'm not blaming it all on Ray. I'm not blaming it on anyone in the community, because everyone took part in taking profit or dumping their bags, or not everyone, but big heads, dumping their bags or whatever the case is. But they did what they did, okay? And there's nothing that anyone can do about it, right? So, I mean, from this point, what can you do? There's really nothing you can do with Drip. Okay, now, we do have things happening with Animal Farm. And honestly, I mean, to be perfectly honest, like, even with Animal Farm right now, I'm kind of like, I don't even know. Because, I mean, the people that, supported Drip supports Animal Farm, you know. So, I mean, I'm not sure, what the ratio is of people in Drip that, support Animal Farm. But I mean, Forex Shark has said, on multiple occasions how excited he is about what's going on in Animal Farm. He's made it very clear that he's excited about Animal Farm. His excitement for Drip went away a long time ago, guys. You could hear it in his voice in the last part of probably like the last couple of weeks when we were waiting for DDD to launch. He didn't want to launch it because he was excited for DDD. He was excited to get it over with so that he could focus on version 3 of Animal Farm. And he said that, he said that multiple times. And so I think we should have all known that this was going to happen eventually, right? His focus is on Animal Farm. Forex is a trader at heart. He's all, that's, Forex. I mean, hell, his name, it's in his name. He is a trader at heart. So when you have, platforms like this that he developed, this is his bread and butter. This is where he feels very comfortable at. When he built Drip, Drip was considered to be a community project. Animal Farm is not a community project. Okay, Animal Farm he built from ground zero. I mean, he did with Drip too, but he's building Animal Farm from ground zero, and you know he knows how to make to build it to make money over here. The utility is already going to be here when it finally does launch. The game theory behind Animal Farm will be coming, you know, periodically to booster Animal Farm. The emphasis on doing that with Drip just wasn't there, and it was very clear. So everything that's been going on in the past 24 hours shouldn't be a big surprise. Now, again, that's just my opinion. You guys can agree to disagree, whatever the case is. But this is from my point of view and what I'm seeing. So what do we do from here? We move on. Okay, we have some amazing projects that are working right now. We have Post Drip, we have Sparkswap. These are the two projects that I'm putting all my attention on, and for good reason. Okay, the developers are doing what they got to do. They're doxed. They're very knowledgeable about what's been going on in the space. Um, and again, with Post Drip, things that didn't happen in Drip, they brought over to Post Drip. They've implemented those things, and I feel with those implementations, we can see some longevity with this platform until something else is figured out in the system where people can leech it or whatever the case is, and another dev comes along and makes you know a different kind of Post Drip, that competes with this one. Okay, it's going to happen. Okay, it's called evolution. All right, everything evolves eventually, and that's where we're sitting at right now. But we have a long. I personally feel like we have a while before that happens. So we can enjoy Post Drip and what it's doing. We can enjoy the gains that we'll be getting from Post Drip. We can enjoy the gardens that have been created in Post Drip. I mean, go look at the chart. PDI is doing stinking amazing right now. Well, probably not at this moment because people are taking profit, but look, it got up to 00 or 0.001334, which is the highest I've seen it. Atropa is making some serious gains right now. There was some news in the Twitter space about Atropa being renounced, which means basically that the contract it cannot be exploited, or it can't be compromised, I guess. So it can't, mints can't be made, money can't be taken out of the contract, things of that nature. With the news of Atropa, which directly supports the price of PDI, we could see some significant raises in the price of PDI and Atropa in the future, and that's huge for Post Drip because we're over here. We have if you have PDI in the garden and you're earning PDI every day, that can be some significant income. I mean, really, like right now, I have 412,000 PDI locked into a staked here. And if PDI was just to go to 1 cent, 1 cent would be earning me at 1.5% with the amount of PDI I have, about 60 some odd dollars a day. That sounds good to me, right? So I mean, there's projects out here that are doing great things. Sparkswap is doing great things. You have the bridge that's going to be coming here pretty soon, which is going to be a direct competitor with PostSwap. Um, I think it's called PostSwap or or PostX. I'm sorry, it'll be a direct competitor with PostX. So there's some great things happening with Sparkswap. So the ecosystem is just evolving. That's all this is. All right. Drip had a good run. It had a good run, and now the run is over. Okay. There's no point in crying over spilled milk. If you got in late and you didn't make, the funds that you wanted to make, then that's really on you. Really, honestly, you only put in what you can afford to lose. And if you're the one, if you're that person that said, well, I'm going to put my whole life savings in drip, you know I mean, you hear people doing crazy stuff like that all the time. But that's on you. That's not on Forex. That's not on Bartertown. That's not on any of the big influencers that supported drip. That's not on them. That's on you. They didn't tell you. They didn't go to your bank and pull money out for you and tell you to put your life savings into a platform. They didn't. So anyway, guys, that's all I really have. I know I've been going on for for a minute now, but I just wanted to share my thoughts and my opinions about what's been going on in the last 24 hours with Drip, and the fact that just because Drip is where it's at does not mean that your journey in DeFi needs to end. Okay, now if you put your whole life savings in it, then I can understand it may end, but if you were like me and you only put in what you can afford to lose, it's not over for you. Okay, because you can still get into platforms in the beginning that are doing, amazing things like PostDrip and Sparkswap. Okay, these platforms have only been around for a couple weeks. All right, so anyway, guys, that's all I have for today. If you like the content of this video, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. And just tell me your thoughts, guys. All right. So anyway, this is Benario Marketing Soldier, aka Rock Crypto, signing off. You guys have a blessed one, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Peace.
Put the place up.